my name is Noah Smith, and this speech is for Fundamentals of Communication at Labette Community College. So, what is your favorite dessert? Is it pie, ice cream? Well, mine is made from scratch cake. Using the best ingredients and some recipes and some experience in 4-H, I will show the audience how to make a made-from-scratch cake. Everyone likes cake, so it's only fair that everyone knows how to make it with the right ingredients. Making a plain white cake is very simple as long as you add the ingredients in the correct order. To make the batter, you're going to need a medium-sized bowl and a whisk. When adding ingredients, you want to put the dry ingredients in first and then the wet ingredients. If you don't put the dry ingredients in first, it's going to be a lot harder to mix together. To start off, we need to add 12 ounces of cake flour, which we've already added. We need to add 3 ounces of potato starch or cornstarch. Next, you will add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, like so. And you might want to buy one of these, which is a teaspoon and tablespoon adder. After that, after the baking powder, you want to add 3/4 a teaspoon of salt. So, salt. After adding the salt, you're going to want to, that's going to be all the dry ingredients. So now we can add some of the wet ingredients. One of our wet ingredients is egg whites, which means we have to separate the yolks from the egg whites. Now, I like to use 2 bowls and crack the eggs into one. And when we have it out of one, we can take the egg yolk out and leave the egg whites in and mix it in. After adding egg whites, we want to add 3/4 cup of whole milk. So, whole milk, like right here. And then 1/4 and 2 tablespoons of half and half, which half and half and milk are not the same thing, so don't do that. After the half and half, we're going to want to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which vanilla is very strong, so be careful not to add too much. Then we add 7.5 ounces of unsalted butter. Now, unsalted butter is not a liquid, as you can see, so you can't really measure it in an ordinary measuring cup. It won't work. Instead, they have on the side the measurements that you can use. I already added that as well, and you're going to end up with maybe a little bit of butter left. So you put that to the side and don't worry about it. After the butter, you're going to want to add 18 ounces of granulated sugar. So, sugar. And some measuring cups might not be that big, but just do simple addition and you'll be fine. So that will be the end of the cake. Now, one more thing about the sugar is an exception to the wet-dry rule. It can mix a little easier than some other things, so you can put that in last. All the ingredients are in the bowl, and now you can whisk it together, like so, and you're going to have to work very hard to whisk down the butter. Now, you could use, say, a mixing machine, but this mixing machine will come in handy later. So, after that, you're going to want it to be a smooth batter. You're going to pour it into here, like so, smooth, and make sure it touches all 4 corners so that it cooks evenly. So, you'll put that in the oven for 33 minutes. Now, while the cake cooks, at 350 degrees. While the cake cooks, we can make a nice frosting. So, to make a basic 5-cup cream cheese frosting, the frosting will require a medium-sized bowl and a spoon to mix the ingredients together. Then add 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. So, like so. Open it. Now, it'll be a little hard in here, so Open it like this. Goes in like that. Put that to the side. And then there's 2. Make sure to add 2 or else it won't come out right. Never, if you're going to undercut one ingredient, you have to undercut all the ingredients. There's 2. After the cream cheese, you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So, 1 teaspoon. And make sure to keep your utensils very clean, so not to make an even bigger mess. Okay, then you're going to want to add a 32-ounce package of powdered sugar, like this. Okay, that'll be good for now. Cut, just cut. Oh. Okay, we'll put that to the side. Okay, so, and then we need to add a half cup of softened butter. So, on the side. Ooh, that actually fits our other one. Very lucky. Because our last one took up 8, and there's about 10 on each one. So there's that. And now I'm going to wipe my hands off real quick, because it can get messy. Now next, I like to use a mixer for frosting because it's easier to make. So we're just going to turn this on real quick at a high speed. Real quick. See how it's thickening up. Ooh, look at how good that is. Now be careful, obviously this gets very messy, so... Be careful not to lift it up as many times as I have, or else things will go flying. Okay, that looks smooth enough. So, just wipe off my pants real quick. Should have worn an apron. Okay, so now we have the frosting made. We will wait for the cake to get done. Obviously, it gets done. And then it'll be just like this. Now, you want to take a knife and gently frost the cake. And be careful not to bring the knife up, or else it'll break the surface of the cake and you'll ruin it. So basically, you get it to look somewhat like this. And you're going to want to do that to the whole cake. Okay. So once you frost your cake, you can cut it out, take it out with a spatula, and bon appetit, it's served. So, everyone knows how to make cake with the right ingredients. And as the great Marie Antoinette once said, let them eat cake. Thank you.